Hello, and welcome back to our ongoing series on how to turn a job fair into a job offer. This is part 2 of a 3-part series. Today we're going to talk about the things to do once you get to the job fair. The very first thing you'll want to do is to develop a game plan. Be thinking ahead of time of when you get to the fair, who is it that you want to call on first. Now, some folks recommend making some of the smaller prospects your first folks to visit at the booth. This way you rough out a little bit what you want to say, you get some of the cobwebs out, you get a little bit more smooth. My personal preference is that you would do that studying at home. Actually stand up in front of the mirror, look in the mirror, extend your hand, look somebody in the eye, and smile and say repetitively several different times, "Hi, my name is Brian Bowman and I'm looking to interview with your organization." Say it with a smile, shake their hand firmly, but the most important thing is that before you get to the job fair, you've got a sense for what it is that you want to say. Now, when you get to the job fair, there's going to be tens, if not potentially up to 100 different exhibitors at a job fair. You'll want to take a look at the exhibition sheet and find out who's exhibiting. Take a look at the people that you've researched, as we discussed in part 1, and make sure that you highlight them on the form so that you don't miss them. Then take the time to casually walk up there and make the introduction as you need to do it to be effective. Okay, the next step, now that you're standing in front of the recruiter, as I mentioned earlier, you've put your hand out and you've firmly shaken their hand, you look them in the eye, and your whole effort at this point is to let them know that you're interested in working for their company. Preferably, you've done some research. You've brought up points about their company, how they're doing in the market, some new expansion or relocation in the market. You look and sound intelligent about their organization, and you have a real good idea for the type of job you'd like to interview for. So start asking questions. How's business been for them? What kinds of candidates are saying at the fair? And what specifically is it that they're looking for in a candidate for the type of position that you're interviewing for? That would be a good time to bring up a couple of points, strong key selling points on why they ought to consider you. At this point, it also might make sense for you to pull out the presentation that we discussed. You'll have maybe 10 to 15 seconds to create an immediate impact of this is a candidate that we want to talk about further. You'll get a sense for that if they're trying to move you along or if they're opening up the door for you to talk further. Don't be afraid to ask, "Can I have 2 to 3 more minutes of your time? I'd like to show a few things to you." Take advantage of it. This is the time for you to sell yourself. Bring out accomplishments. Talk about what it is that you can do for their organization. Talk about the recent experience that you've had and how that's going to help you perform well for them. Sell yourself. Do not be afraid to sell yourself. This is the one and only shot you're going to get. And the objective here, let's not lose sight of this fact, the objective is to secure the second real interview. This is merely a meeting. You're trying to secure an interview. So make that your objective and open up doors through conversation, and you'll go far in this interview. Okay, so you've had a conversation with the recruiter. Now what do? You're sensing that you're getting toward the end of the conversation. The key point is you want to ask for an action step. So ask the recruiter for a business card. Offer to give yours if you have one. Ask, when can you follow up? Would it be okay if I follow up next week Tuesday at 3 p.m.? Specifically try to nail down a next action step. Waiting for the recruiter to contact you is not going to work in today's competitive environment. You need to carry that ball across the end zone line. Nobody's going to carry it for you. So nail down a specific next step, an action step that's agreeable to both of you. And finally, while you're at the job fair, take advantage of the opportunity to network. While you're standing around getting some coffee or waiting in line, talk to other job seekers. Find out what it is that they're doing. Get a sense for what success they've had with some of the strategies that they've implemented. So network, network, network wherever possible. Hand out your card, collect cards. If you utilize Facebook or LinkedIn, make sure you get this information from people and take advantage of the technology today to network all you can. Well, that covers what it is that you'll want to be doing at the job fair. In the third and final part of our series, we're going to talk about what to do once you've left the job fair. Have a great day, We'll talk with you soon.